Often our gardens are split into sections, separating ornamental plants from edibles. And while there's no problem with structuring a garden that way, in smaller gardens where there are limited possibilities for perfect microclimates, growing more collaboratively maximises space, beauty and pollinators. For example, if you have one full-sun corner, you might want to grow both colourful flowers and fruit, or natives and vegetables. You can have both. As with all garden planning, it starts with getting to know your plants and choosing varieties that have similar growing conditions to live together. Plenty of edibles are ornamental too, with attractive floral foliage features. Take these trailing herbs. We've got Prostrate Rosemary, Oregano and Thyme. Now these look fabulous spilling out of a pot or hanging down a rockery, and they have beautiful foliage which is aromatic and pretty flowers. And then there's Silverbeet. While the common Silverbeet has green leaves and white stems, the rainbow variety of Silverbeet, sometimes called Chard, has fabulously coloured foliage and stems and can be scattered through a bed. Annual veggies and annual ornamentals often have very similar growing requirements. They're quick growing, they like a lot of food, and they make a big show at a certain season. Try combining low ornamentals like violas, alyssum or marigolds with your veggies. They won't take up much space. If you want something a bit taller, try cornflowers, snapdragons or paper daisies for a show-stopping display. Now, planting these flowers first will actually create a home for predatory and pollinating insects, and you can do successional planting just like you would do with veggies, so that you've got a display all year round. Native plants are usually separated from edibles, and with good reason, because members of the Proteaceae family, they're sensitive to phosphorus, which is in general purpose fertilisers. However, there are many wildflowers that can grow well between native food plants. So here I've got rosella, bush tomato and muntrees, and you could be planting yellow buttons, billy buttons and native violet between them to fill in the gaps. Scatter chives and spring onions wherever you've got space and sunlight. They don't take up much room and they're easy to identify amongst drifts of other plants. The great thing about these too is being alliums, they produce umbel-shaped flowers which stand up high above the foliage, look really pretty and attract beneficial bugs. Blueberries are long-lived plants, but they prefer acid soil, so they combine really well with plants like camellias and azaleas. Perennial plants such as strawberries like a balanced fertiliser, but they also like a bit of a boost of potash, which makes them flower and fruit really well. So if you're feeding them, why not combine it with another ornamental plant that likes that sort of feeding too, like daisies or roses? This is a rose called Aussie Magic. It gets to about 60 centimetres high by the same wide, and I can combine it in this pot with 3 strawberries, which are going to hang over the edge and fruit. Basically, get creative and start thinking outside of the boxes of edibles and ornamentals to cultivate the perfect patch to suit your space and needs.